Chapter 34. The Heart of the Forest. The following day, Decima couldn't shake the haunting image of the cursed trees. The twisted forms of the men, their faces contorted in agony, lingered in her mind, refusing to fade. She had never felt such a weight on her soul before. It wasn't just the curse. It was the knowledge that something ancient and powerful was stirring, something that had been waiting for centuries to be unleashed. She had to tell Daniel. She couldn't carry this burden alone. As the morning sun filtered through the trees in her garden, Decima paced restlessly, her mind racing with thoughts of the forest and the curse. The feeling of the tree's eyes on her had not left, and she couldn't help but wonder if she had stumbled upon something much larger than she had initially thought. The bond between her and Daniel was no longer just about them. It was about the fate of the land, of the magic that lay hidden, waiting to be awakened. She was so lost in her thoughts that she didn't hear Daniel approach. He startled her, and she spun around to find him standing just behind her, his face etched with concern. "Decima, are you all right?" he asked, his voice laced with worry. She took a deep breath, trying to steady herself. "I need to talk to you," she said, her voice steady but tinged with urgency. "About the forest. About the curse." Daniel nodded, his expression softening. "I'm listening." She glanced toward the woods, the dark shadows that seemed to beckon her. "I went back yesterday. I saw the trees, the cursed ones. The men from the legend, they're real. They're trapped in the trees. Their faces, their pain, it's still there. The curse is still alive." Daniel's eyes darkened with understanding. He stepped closer, his hand gently resting on her arm. "We need to figure out how to break it. If it's still holding on to this land, then it's connected to something much larger, isn't it?" Decima nodded, feeling the weight of his words. "It's connected to the dragons. The curse, the magic. It's all part of a bigger picture. The bond we share. The power inside of us. It might be the key to breaking the curse. Then we'll break it," Daniel said, his voice filled with determination. "Together. But we need to understand it first. We need to learn what caused it, how to stop it." The thought of confronting the curse head-on made her nervous, but she couldn't deny the pull of the magic, the urgency that surged within her. The dragons had said they were the key to restoring the balance. But what if that balance was connected to the curse itself? What if breaking the curse was the first step toward awakening the dragon's power? "I don't know where to start," she admitted. "But I feel like I'm running out of time. The curse is still here in the forest. I can feel it, watching, waiting." Daniel looked toward the woods, his eyes narrowing as if sensing the same dark presence that she had. "Then we'll go together," he said, his hand tightening around hers. "We'll find a way to stop it. We'll find the heart of the curse and we'll destroy it." Decima felt a surge of hope at his words. Together they could face whatever lay ahead. She wasn't sure what they would find in the depths of the forest, but she knew they had to try. The two of them set off toward the woods, the silence between them heavy with anticipation. As they stepped into the shade of the trees, the temperature seemed to drop, the air growing thick with a sense of foreboding. The forest felt alive with dark energy, as if the very trees were watching them, waiting for their next move. With each step, Decima's senses heightened. The trees were whispering to her, their voices faint and indistinct, but she could feel the pull of their ancient magic. She had no idea what was waiting for them deeper in the woods, but she couldn't ignore the feeling that something was drawing her in, guiding her toward the heart of the curse. As they walked, Daniel's hand remained firmly in hers, and the bond between them pulsed with a steady, reassuring warmth. No matter what lay ahead, they would face it together. Decima could feel that truth deep in her bones. Finally, they reached the clearing at the center of the forest, where the cursed trees stood. The air was thick with dark magic, and the trees loomed overhead like twisted giants, their branches reaching toward the sky in unnatural angles. The faces of the cursed men were still there, frozen in their agony, their eyes wide with fear and pain. Decima took a deep breath and stepped forward, her heart pounding in her chest. She didn't know what to do, but she knew they had to act. The magic in the air was palpable, and she could feel it resonating with the power within her, within them. "This is it," she whispered to Daniel. "We have to break the curse. We have to set them free." Daniel squeezed her hand, his voice steady. "We'll do it, together." The two of them stood at the edge of the clearing, the weight of the curse pressing down on them. They were ready. They had to be.